on in, find a seat anywhere.
The independent film movement was created in the early 20th century and has made one of its homes in Seattle. Seattleites have helped nurture the belief in preserving the artistic integrity of filmmaking with their avid moviegoing, renting, and supporting of unconventional films. The city is home to the Seattle International Film Festival, one of the largest film festivals in the nation, and puts on hundreds of films throughout the year. At Seattle's boutique movie theaters, you can enjoy an independent film in a retro building's intimate setting surrounded by funky decorations. In conjunction with typical multiplexes which play commercialized releases, Seattle's independent film scene is supported by passionate film lovers, creating a mini renaissance of theaters, film rental stores, and bookstores. In the forefront of the indie theater circuit is the Seven Gables Theater. Independent cinemas such as Seven Gables, with only one showing room, often run each movie for 1 week, occasionally including Hollywood mainstream films in its showtimes. Seven Gables has been operating since 1925. Ruth Haler, film booker for Landmark Theaters, has 34 years of experience selecting films that appeal to the unique Seattle audience and their appetite for diversity.
In Seattle, we get a lot of interest in outdoor movies, such as 127 Hours at present, or Touching the Void, mountain climbing movies and so forth. And those do worse in, say, Manhattan. And we always say, oh, don't worry, we'll do fine in Seattle and in Colorado and so on. Well, we try to choose the best films we can find out there, and we look for films that you might not have heard of also. So if you look in the listings in the Friday Seattle Times, where they list every movie that's playing in town, we've got 8 theaters, but we've got about half of the total variety of things being shown in Seattle. And the chains are, the big multiplex chains, they've got the same 8 movies in 8 screens in nearly all of their theaters, and they don't get too much beyond whatever just opened in the last week or two.
Going to the movies has always been a community event where moviegoers can share their cinema experience.
I think there is a need and wish to see, to share the experience, to see films together. You don't get nearly the same emotional involvement when you're at home. If you ever watch a good comedy with Full House, there's kind of a serendipity to the audience reaction, kind of enhances the experience, and the same thing for a thriller and scary movie, that kind of thing.
If indie film lovers desire a quiet night at home, Scarecrow Video offers more than 100,000 films to satisfy any movie preference. Scarecrow Video has a wide variety of independent films and is fittingly located down the street from the Seven Gables at 5030 Roosevelt Way. Kevin Shannon is the general manager of the store, which offers films from all genres and countries that can be found packed into the store. Scarecrow, along with Cinema Books and Seven Gables, all have similar motives for their stores.
They have the same passion that we have. I mean, the core group of the Seven Gables folks, all those, Ruth Haler. I used to, when I was 19, 18 years old, I worked at the Harvard exit. And Ruth Haler worked for the Seven Gables chain then. So now that it's been Landmark for however many years, quite a few now, 20 plus, 25 years or so, she's still there, and you don't do the job like that for as long as you do without a passion for movies.
Scarecrow Video was created by the community for the community.
The way I always say it is that customers own the store as much as we do. If a customer comes in and recommends a film that we don't have, we will buy it, almost without exception. Without a doubt, if somebody, especially if they're going to give us the film, we'll put it out. That's why we have such a wide range of stuff in our local film section. But generally, we'll take almost anything.
The employees at Scarecrow tend to stay for a while and have developed cinematic bonds with their customers.
They've developed relationships with groups of customers, so they'll come in and they'll ask for that person, or they'll check out what movies they like and the staff picks, and just, they like it, I'll like it. They like it, I'll like it.
Stephanie Ogle has had a prominent role in contributing to Seattle's independent film scene. As the owner of Cinema Books, located on 50th and Roosevelt, Ogle sells rare and out-of-print cinema collectibles, such as books, manuscripts, and posters. Ogle acts as an intermediary between customers and film, offering an intimate environment in which to further a passion for cinema.
I think it's always been a big movie town, as long as I can remember. People like to read, like to write, and people watch movies in this town.
Ogle has been instrumental in supporting independent filmmakers and acts as a cinematic mentor.
Well, I've always been there to push them along, to encourage them, to tell them that they're not alone, to tell them to take a class, which you can't just take one class, and you have to educate yourself about, you know, how do I do cinematography or animation or editing. You can rent equipment, you can go to meetings, you can talk to other people. I can give, oftentimes I give people a connecting phone number or a website. And actually, to be honest with you, it's just people showing up in this place and running into another filmmaker. And they say, oh, there's somebody else doing what I'm doing. And it really can make the difference. It really can make a difference for somebody who feels pretty alone and neglected and not supported. Yeah.
The movie block in Seattle's U District is where 3 different kinds of support for the independent film scene converge. The Seven Gables Theater, Scarecrow Video, and Cinema Books represent the many facets of Seattle's indie film movement, all of which survive largely due to their loyal followings.